Hey, this is. I know I say this a lot, but I really mean it. This is a very special episode today.
Yeah.
Very special episode. We have a very.
Oh wait, my mask on.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
like-
I was about to say, you gonna talk with your man?
Yeah,
I could.
We both. I'm
could.
vaccinated. Okay.
No, not technically. You're
We have.
You ain't say nothing. That's tough.
We have the man behind the camera.
No, I start over because he just took his mask off. Start over.
Okay.
Oh, I thought I was fine.
Nah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not cutting this out. I'm not
Okay.
editing.
So,
All right, go ahead.
So, hey, we have a very special guest. I mean, the man behind the camera. Y'all get to see him. Y'all always wonder who.
Yeah, everybody
filming
Nobody
always-
wonders. Nobody
Everybody-
wonders.
Yes, everybody want to
Everybody-
see. So
everybody
did y'all
know.
do this yourself? Honestly,
If y'all
Yeah.
wondered this, then people would be calling me.
no.
No, they want this.
They want this.
They want this.
And this is a perfect opportunity because they know that we do not do anything behind the scenes. So this man right here is the reason why y'all have a podcast. Because if it was just for us,
Yeah.
we would not have it.
All I
So
want to say is thank God for the brook.
Yeah. Thank you.
yeah, the Brook. Shout out to the Brook.
Thank God. God sent me there and talked to people, network, and met this.
No, I talked to you.
Met the frat brother. Well,
We'll get into that.
yeah, we get in that. Marquis, please introduce yourself to our wonderful audience.
So I don't want to do like Joy and say what she said. I'm 35 and I'm
Yeah.
a Gemini.
Yeah, she's 35 in a Gemini.
I am a videographer by day
Okay.
and I guess a real estate investor by
And I guess you're a real estate
Yeah, you
investor.
are.
by weekend. I'm trying to think how often.
No, no, you are. You
you're a
in
real
it.
estate investor.
We'll get into that. Too.
Yeah, we'll get
Yeah.
into that.
I'm on hold for right now.
Yeah. So while Marquis is on this interview, because actually, we do mentor people, and he's filming us, so he has to listen to all episodes.
I mean, everything that we have, Marquis have listened to it.
yeah,
It's
he
just-
probably listens to episode more than us.
Agree, yeah, because once it's over, we gone.
Yeah.
It's Marquis stuff right now to get us through it.
so he didn't listen to everything, and then he actually came to us and said, "Hey, man, I believe in what y'all saying.
Agree.
I know, a lot of people on YouTube."
Wait.
You didn't say that?
This not that story.
All right, go ahead, tell the story.
So
Well, tell
all
us.
right. So I got to tell my story.
Okay, go ahead,
So
tell the story.
I got into real estate. I was the luckiest unlucky person ever.
Yep.
I lost my mom in 2019, and she had 2 life insurance policies, and her house was paid off, and all her cars were paid off. She had 4 cars for some reason,
Yep.
and all the cars were paid off.
Wow.
So I had this big wad of money in my pocket, figuratively. So we at church, and I talked to somebody. I want to say it was Twan that said you had a whole lot of real estate, and I went to you and I said, hey, I got about 5 figures. I ain't want to tell you the number. For some reason, I was scared to tell you the number. I thought you was gonna rob me or something. I don't know why I did.
He's
that.
a big guy. He looks very scary.
I have no idea why. So I said I got about 5 figures in my account. I'm trying to get into real estate. Like, what should I do? And you started like rambling off some stuff. You know how you do.
Yeah.
You talk to everybody as if like they're 5,000 year experts on the topic. So you just ramble off stuff. And I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah, I'll look into that. And
He was looking serious at me like he had it. I said, okay, step one.
that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, he had
You're
it.
supposed to fake it. So I faked it.
All right.
And I don't think I did anything for a while. I don't think I was ready.
Yeah.
So I waited a few more months, and I came back to you, and I said, all right, like, this is my mama house. I'm about to move out. Like, tell me how to get this done. And you told me, you gave me an idea. And we set it up. Well, I don't say we, because we're gonna talk about your mentorship style.
yeah, yeah. Let's talk about this. This is my favorite episode. I really like this.
Yeah,
Y'all tell the truth.
Y'all are very different. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. If I had to do it all over again, I wish I had met him first. Because sometimes you just want somebody to say, "Do this," and you not really. You kind of suggest. You kind of say,
So
well, you could.
Quincy give one of those advices that, all right, this is my advice, but it may not work for you, just in case I blow it up for you.
No, I give you because you can't listen to what I would do. Because I don't know.
That's what I need.
No.
Yeah.
But you no.
You see this house?
But no, I get that. But
How much you trying to sell this house for?
I get that. I get
is
that.
gonna be good.
But I always tell people what I would do
Right.
because I know what I would do.
Uh-huh.
But like we have different circumstances. You had a fiance.
Not at the time.
Well, but yeah,
I didn't
you
know
had
her
a
at all.
girlfriend.
I didn't know her
and-
at all at the time.
Yeah.
But
But when we came back, you had a fiance.
Right.
Okay. I don't have
Did I just
that.
turn my mic down?
So I always put like on my mentor style. I always tell people what I would do
Mm-hmm.
in your situation and let you run with that information.
Yeah.
Because
The best thing I learned out of this is that he wish he would have met me before he met you.
no, he never deal with you before.
Now, I will say, we talk about pros and cons. The
Yeah.
con is that it's hard to get in touch with you.
Agreed.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I know he gonna answer the phone more
Yeah.
times than not, and if he don't, he gonna call back eventually.
Agreed.
You
So I'm but when you get me on the phone, you can't get me off. Like you have to have everything down. They like, all right, this is what we're gonna get done.
okay?
Because
I ain't got there yet.
So let me explain to you why I'm like that.
Okay,
Okay. Because
whose life did you mess up?
no, I didn't mess anybody's life up. No, but I'm like this because you gotta show me you want it.
Right?
Okay, I get 100 of yous
Yeah.
that ask me questions like how to do real estate.
Right.
But it's only one of you that actually do it.
Yeah.
Agreed.
So when you didn't got hit so many times and only it's like a 1% success rate, you're gonna have to show me. I'm gonna throw you into that wall until you get through it and you get back to me. And I say, okay, now I'm gonna start answering your phone calls. Now I'm gonna be more serious and tell you more things and like that because I know you want it.
Right.
But I get the church conversation you talk to me about.
Yeah.
I get them all the time.
I believe it.
So you got to look at it my perspective, like, yo, I got to make sure that you want it. And you did want it. And that's how you end up, and I took it more serious. I have admit people come in to introduce themselves to me that I hear all the time. Yeah, I want to do real estate.
That makes
I want to do that,
sense.
do
That's
that
true
kind of
too.
stuff.
Yeah.
So, but that's the only thing about it. I hear so many times you get discouraged, like, man, he don't want to do it. Because if it was me, if I was you and I really want to do it, I would be a pest on my side. So I say, you know what? I really got to help this guy. I really got to show him the way.
But I think for most people is that it especially if you starting off, you don't know someone, it's building a relationship.
Exactly.
And I think that when time happens, things kind of come into its place. Because I think that in the whole situation, like when COVID happened, after you experienced what you experienced in 2019, maybe it wasn't your time to go right then.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was probably some time because I think things kind of happened in this position because I think what
We was filling each other out. Like you just said earlier, you want to tell me how much money you had. Because you was
Yeah,
filling each other out.
It's my mama fault.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it.
Like you was feeling me like, yo, I don't want to tell him I got $50,000, $75,000 because he might try to, give it to me and I'll flip it and do it and take your money.
I don't know.
So you got to learn it, and then you realize Q ain't nothing like that. Q care less how much money I got in the bank. So we just got to learn each other. But
So going from that when you first met Quincy versus when you start actually investing into real estate, kind of give us that transition into that. So your first property.
Like the
Yeah,
long term.
Yeah, yep.
So, I it's my mama house, y'all. So that's the house I grew up in.
yo, shout out to your mama, like to actually
Agreed.
leave you an
Yeah.
asset that's paid off.
Paid off.
Like shout out to her. Like
And that hits me personally because
Yeah.
I've experienced the same situation where, especially as black families, most people don't have somebody that lead them an asset. So the thing about the sacrifices your mom made
Yeah.
to make sure that
Yeah.
if something happens to me or when something happens to me, I want to make sure I give him a head start is a testament to her.
And that's why I told you, I said, I never met your mom a day in life, but I know she was a great woman because just for her to have to think like that for you, I mean, people just leave the earth and say, I don't care, I'm not going to be here. But she left you with the asset, couple of assets with no mortgages and stuff. So that's a blessing.
And her being the way she was scared to leave as much as she did to me because she didn't know if I was gonna go crazy. My aunts was
that's
scared.
smart. Yeah.
My
Well,
grandma
mama,
was
we
scared.
good, mama. He ain't going crazy.
Yeah,
We
he
all
ain't
right,
going
we all
crazy.
right.
That's a blessing
We all
because he was raised right. But I think that to me is like a testament of like that's your first where you started off at, and what the good thing about it is that people don't have that. Like it's a blessing that you did.
Yeah.
You used
So
that.
yeah, the biggest thing I wanted to do, y'all done had some guests on here, and those guests sacrificed.
Mm-hmm.
And they may have downscaled their house, or they may have house hacked. I can't do that, y'all. I'm not.
You
built
know
like that.
yourself.
I can't do it.
But no.
I made sure to buy me a nice house.
Agreed.
At the time, it was. I mean, it ain't
But my
a
thing,
mansion.
but my thing was with the house hacking.
Yeah.
You started off with different because you had an asset that was already paid for.
Right. Okay.
And you
okay.
had
right.
you had some money in the bank
Yeah.
too. Everyone else had to start off with something because they ain't had that. But see,
Got it.
yeah, because see, their second one was when they find the right property that they
Right.
want. Yours, it came a little differently for you.
Yeah, house hacking was never an option
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
So I turned into a long-term rental property.
Yep. So your first one was a long term versus short term.
Yeah,
Yep.
that ain't decided time for short term.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fine.
I'll put it that way. But
Yeah.
everybody need a house.
Yeah, everybody need a house. So and the good thing about it is that asset is paid for.
Yeah, it's paid
It's
for.
paid for. So let's get to when during COVID, Quincy kind of approaching you on this podcast thing, kind of how that kind of created you getting into your short term.
Yeah, I think it was the same thing. We probably met at church, or he may have. Yeah, we exchanged numbers at church. I remember a little bit.
I remember the story if you want to tell it. I remember exactly how it went.
He
I'll tell you exactly how it
he put
went.
out his phone.
Yeah.
And he went to that Hostaway app or whatever app it was, and he started scrolling. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah. So let's.
So how? Okay, me and Charles decided to do a podcast on COVID. I know we couldn't do none of this stuff, and we needed somebody who was talented. So it was funny. I asked God, like, yo, we need somebody to do it. And you was back there working. I wasn't even working there behind the camera that day, the computer that day. But I see you back there putting together a commercial for another client, not for the church. I think it was like a YouTube video you was putting together or something like that. Or you was editing something back
Thank
back
God
there.
for them. Whoever that was, thank God for them.
Yeah, you was editing something. I said, oh, you do that. I said, we got a podcast and we need that.
Agree.
And he was like, I said, let me talk to you. Like, so I explained to him the podcast. It was gonna be my real estate with Stace. I do real estate. We got Airbnbs. And he said, oh, for real? And then I started showing him like all our Airbnbs,
He man,
and all that stuff. Like, I was like, yo, these are facts. I'm not lying to you. Like, these are Airbnbs.
That was a good day.
That, and all that. And I see like he got the concept. And I said, yo, that's our guy. That's our guy who's gonna do it.
So that's how he came back to me. He said, all right,
I already got the videographer.
I got the videographer. We got everything. We're good to go.
You get yours, Katrina, who can run the social media.
Agree. So so everybody played their role. So that's kind of how it came. So the first time all three of us was together was in the middle of COVID. At the beginning of it, it was probably that summer or even that fall of 2020. And that's where y'all see the first taping of the podcast was downstairs
in the kitchen,
in Quincy kitchen,
in the dining room.
Down the room area.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Down the room area.
All right, so I'm gonna tell y'all now. I told you I'm not gonna be here all night.
That's good.
Yeah.
So Lita said we run out of time.
Okay, so let's go.
What was that?
So
go ahead.
So the question is that from that first initial,
what made you take the leap of faith?
Yeah.
You listened to all the podcasts. What stuck to you?
Yeah.
Like, what made you do it?
The fact that you just got to do it. I mean, you just got to do it. I think the biggest thing that y'all told me, and it's ring true. It's hard to fail in real estate once you find a good deal.
Yeah.
Like it'll take an act. If the bank give you money, they trust that you can figure it out.
Agree.
The bank, because people don't realize the bank job is to get money.
Agree.
Yeah,
that's their job.
Agree.
They got to get the money to make money. Mm-hmm. So if the bank's want to give you money, you got a good deal.
Agree.
So
and that's all it took. So it's like, all right, let's go ahead, let's try it. And I tried it, and you showed me a house that just so happened to be one you were trying to sell.
Yep.
Yeah. It was matter of fact, my investor had one, and had it under contract. It didn't fall through, and I said, you know what? I was gonna buy it for my portfolio, but we bought something else.
We bought Beltline.
Good old Beltline.
Yeah.
We bought Beltline.
So
I was like, this would be a great Airbnb.
And for Quincy's standpoint, everyone knows that Quincy has properties, and he can wake up another day and he'd be like, I'm one of the ones that I'll hold on to it, but he can wake up another day and be like, put it on the market, Chauncey, put it on it today. So that's kind of where it was with that case. And I want to say the good thing about it is that Marquis was honestly one of the first people we actually start buying the name like turnkey Airbnb because it was actually already flipped that he didn't have to go in and do any work to it.
I'm not doing no rehab, no flip. That's just not me.
Yeah, he not doing it yet.
I can do all the IKEA stuff. You need me to build a couch, I'll build your couch. I'm not doing
And
any
he
rehab.
told us that.
Can't
So
do it.
I wasn't gonna bring him a deal that had that in it.
Agree.
I
just don't think that deal, if you're a first time and you're not experiencing real estate, that whole entire rehab is not something that.
Funny enough, I know how to do that stuff. I put down laminate floors before. I've changed toilets.
Don't tell them this group of this because they'll think you know.
I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
I'm just not doing it.
But so buying that property after because right now you have a short term and a long term Airbnb.
What you like the most?
What's the pros and cons of both?
Pros of long term is that you know exactly what you're getting every month.
Okay.
The cons of long term is that you kind of do want that boost. You know, when it's a certain season, and that might be it. It's just not as much as you can get short term.
So short term, what's the pros and cons?
I make at least double with my short term.
Agree.
But August was a slow month.
It was.
And September might be slow too.
So
but
it's consistency or gambling.
Yeah. It's risk taking.
But what I like about the whole concept, because see, I'm in that both space thing too, is that the good thing about the asset of the long term is that it's paid off. So when the short term is actually inconsistent, at least you know for sure that this right here is going to cover bills. Yep. So have you ever had a case where it didn't cover the bills for your short term?
Oh, we're going to find out this month.
Oh, yeah. But it's the second. It's probably the first, you guys. So
how many months you been doing it?
Since January. So about 8 months.
8 months.
So if this month right here, and I always say that he's not going to have a bad month this month.
I don't know. Maybe it was a back to school month. That's what I'm trying to blame it on.
No, what it is that it goes. It's a wave.
It do that. I mean, I have bookings that's it'd be 95% vacancy. Then I see a 60% one month.
But honestly, it's not going to be bad. The time that I always tell people that you need to prep for is January, February, March.
Oh yeah,
those when it's bad.
Those
this right here is going to be
after Christmas.
Yeah, it get kind of slow.
See, but I already told y'all. Once I make it to January, I'm fine. Like it just, I'm in a place where I made I made too many moves, but my taxes ain't caught up yet.
Agree. So good thing. All right, let's go back to that. So what you're telling me now is that in order for you to move to the next step, because that's what we would talk about also, is that transitioning from 2 to 3. Right now, you're in a holding pattern.
Yeah.
Because in order for you to go to the next level, they want to see some history of what your actual other property is.
I can't refinance anything pretty much because my debt to income is too high.
Yep. So tell them, I mean, because we always keep it real. You already see this. Like, how many people have you tried to make this work? Because people don't understand that part of it.
At least 2. I would say at least 2.
At least 2.
I mean, other people have approached me, but people who I thought could actually do it, like just 2. Like take the equity out. Just get the equity line.
That's what you're trying to do.
Just get the equity line.
And see, that's what my thing is that he tried it, and now he understands what the plan is, that I got to wait until January. As long as I can keep this thing in the road to January, then I can actually transition this into another thing. Yeah. So to me, that shows that you are definitely like it's no stopping. Like we just not had a conversation here with you just now. Is that how often are you looking for property?
Oh, all the time,
every day.
And I can't buy a house until January. It's September. This episode might come out October, November, December, but I can't buy a house until January.
But you're looking at it every day.
I look at houses all day, every day.
So that's what it called.
Quincy sent me a house a few days ago, and I didn't respond because it's like I can't do nothing with this. I can't buy it. Hurt my feelings.
Yeah, trust me, no way. It had like 20 offers on
it. I would have made it work.
Yeah, but that's what my thing is that you keep still out there actively.
You just training yourself.
Agreed.
Like you just practice, people. Mm-hmm. Like just because he can't buy the January, but he knows what he's training his mind to catch good deals. You got to look at you just can't wait. Okay, in January I'm going to start back looking. The market might shift and stuff like that. You might be like, it might be something on the market now that might make it to January.
It might be.
You might like it today, pay on your savings, and they drop another 5. They drop another 5.
Yeah.
Drop another. Bam, I'm scooping it in.
Agree,
you know what I'm saying?
Because I mean, let's let's go back to what we were talking about with Beltline. Beltline was that case there where it was perfect opportunity. So by him actually just continuously training himself, putting himself through that he's going to be ready in January. I'm pretty sure that by March, he's going to have another property. So what is your, like, what it feels like to have 2 properties on top of what you do regularly as passive income? How has that changed your perspective having those 2 properties behind you now?
I can't wait to have more. It just, as y'all said, I forgot who y'all was talking to, either Joy or John. It feels good, and I have to work for money.
Yeah.
Have your money work for you.
Work for you.
I just know by the 10th of the month, I'm going to have 2 checks.
Agree.
With two deposits.
Yeah, you can't beat that. And that's what my thing is. And on top of these deposits, that's his cash flow he got going in there. He still have equity building in his property.
He's paying down the
because, I mean, especially with his Airbnb at the rate that he got it in, that property place right there, like the one that we got to refinance is about maybe a quarter of a mile from you.
Yeah. That
we just had at Joy's first one. And it appraised for $175.
Yeah.
So 2 bedroom, 1 bath. So on top of it, it's cash flowing, it's building equity as well. So it's so crazy though, because when Marquis was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna do this," I'm like, "Damn, he's the perfect person to be it." So I was thinking, because him and Joy honestly they clicked the same time, and they was looking at the same way of doing it, and definitely you realize because you went to 2 different lenders to get your first Airbnb too.
Yeah. We went through one,
things never go according to plan.
Never.
That's the best.
That's the good thing about it. That's the journey.
Yeah. All right. So since we're talking about things not going according to plan, the one thing I wish I had planned for, and you already told me about this, was buying furniture. Budget your furniture.
So Marquis' biggest thing was budget your furniture.
I thought I had it. I thought I had it under control. I had everything in the Amazon list. I was like, yeah, I got it. And stuff just got controlled so fast. So fast. Furniture. It's mostly my fault.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was like, there was a part of me like, well, this looked nicest. And the other part was like, you're not living here. It doesn't matter how, is it stable? Is it sturdy?
That's it.
Does it match everything else?
That's it.
But let me tell you something. Our host learned that too, because I taught him that. I said, because they make fun about my furniture,
Amazon,
my picks, but I buy weight because I'm a big guy.
Yep. Yeah.
So I'm thinking like, yo, if this bed can't
I don't like how we both said when he said it.
He is a big
guy.
I didn't mean it like that. I promise I didn't mean it like that.
I did, yeah.
I'm very sexy.
He did, but I did, yeah.
I'm very cute. But so I look at stuff like steel, like 700 pounds. This chick can hold 300 pounds. Because you buy $200 chairs, people don't care about your stuff. They're going to plop down and you buying more stuff. So I look at safety then stuff. But you'll learn that. Like them wood frame beds, people breaking them all.
Yeah, I'm just keep buying my furniture from you like I've been doing.
Yeah.
But that's what my biggest thing is. I think the takeaway from it is that it's very like, especially for Marquis' situation, is that when we were kind of talking about like the situation about like your parents leaving you something that you could pass down the line, it was easy for me to relate to that because I experienced the situation personally myself, and that he's moving the thing forward. So for us, honestly, when Marquis was buying his stuff, we was like, all right, we got to make sure Marquis good. We got to make sure that he's actually well, because we
both was looking out.
Yeah, because we really wanted you to see what it takes. Because I think initially when I was saying it was like some properties are offhand. Because remember when we first did the episode, it's certain things I didn't want to actually take money out of.
Yeah.
Because I had that sentimental kind of thing invested in it too. Yeah. And since then, I've taken the money out of the asset and actually multiplied the asset. Now, I would never sell it. Well, I say that now. But I'm at a point now that it's time going on. As long as I can put it in a better asset, I'm kind of fine with it.
All right, you go ahead. And I got one bad thing that y'all did.
Go ahead.
I got one thing.
Go ahead.
All right. I'm mad at y'all about this one thing. And it's minor, but it hurt at the time.
What's that?
So, y'all are against manual labor, and I'm against manual labor.
Uh-huh.
So I said, I'm going to hire some movers. Why you ain't tell me that them people's gonna charge me $450 to move
Oh, was it my movers?
No, it's his movers.
a 1-bedroom. That's it. I ain't even moved nothing else.
I had that same conversation with him. I know exactly.
20 minutes down the road, moving a bed and some end tables and a couch.
So
$450.
So for me, my movers, again, I don't look at it's my fault because I'm looking at I called them I just used them the other day. I called them Monday at 11 o'clock. They was there at 1 o'clock. They moved everything I needed to be out there. And it was expensive. But to me, it was convenient.
You look at time more than the cost.
But my thing is that because he told me that you said that, but one y'all think I need to do is y'all need to ask price.
That and you know what? You're right. That's the lesson I learned. The lesson I learned was ask before you do anything else. Before they show up, before you shake hands.
Because you probably pay more for the move than you pay for the furniture.
Yeah.
It was
close
close.
to it.
It was close.
Yeah.
Close.
Yeah.
Close.
And honestly, my move the other day, the furniture I did was the same way. I paid more for the move for the furniture than the thing.
I got one question and stuff. Have you mentored any people? Because you remember what I told you about that, right?
I ain't mentoring nobody and the only reason why is because they won't get the equity line.
So
you become Quincy.
Yeah.
People approaching you
Yeah.
and used to give out your advice.
I've
and
shown
then
you the
You
house.
remember what I told you? Remember you asked me that and what I told you?
What'd you say?
You say, hey, I got a homeboy. I want you to
Oh,
talk
yeah,
to him and
yeah,
stuff. I
yeah,
say,
yeah,
well,
yeah.
him, Marquis, he your friend. If he
Yeah.
don't believe in you, why should I believe in
Yeah,
him?
he ain't got the equity line yet.
Yeah, if he don't see you successessul,
his
I
friend,
only
his
talk to him.
homeboy.
Yeah, his friend. Yeah, so I only talk to him.
I love him to death. I might send this to him. He says something was going on that prevented him from getting the equity line, but it's like
It's real estate. Something always prevents something to happen.
I told him that. I said something always is never the perfect time.
And see, that's what my biggest thing about it is that your situation is that you have run into so many roadblocks, but you got the taste of the actual passive income coming in, and no matter what the roadblocks you run into, you still ready to go out there. You still ready to buy in January.
It feel good, man.
I should be able to buy at least 3 houses next year.
Good.
Yeah.
And, see,
off of that,
and that's what my
refinance.
biggest thing is that when we create this podcast, and who would have known that this would have actually turned into what it turned into? We just brought 3 guests, and for Marquis gonna actually to be behind the scenes to now being here, it shows that I'm doing this for a reason. That I'm not wasting my time out of my day. That I'm doing.
He's still here. Yeah,
and he's still here.
cursing it out.
Yeah, he definitely curses it out.
I ain't cussing y'all.
Yeah,
No,
he
no,
is.
no,
Yeah,
no,
so
no, that's not the truth. I promise it's not.
No, but cursing aside is not disrespectful at all. But we love that you're on this side of things, and not only you just was sitting there listening to us, that you actually took what we did and actually applied it, and it's a blessing to me to see you on this side of the couch. And for me, coming from someone that does not have their parents, it's a really good thing. I'm pretty sure your mom is smiling down on you that you are taking what she sacrificed and multiplied it in that short period of time. So I say right there, I don't give people flowers, but for that point right there, I give you your flowers on that because I think that shows that her legacy is gonna live on. And I think ultimately as a parent, most people, that's what they want. They want their legacy to live on.
Yeah, because like you said, ain't nothing but God how we met. Because just because we went to church, we ain't had talk.
Agree.
We ain't had this. I don't open up about my real estate.
I ain't gonna lie, and thank God for the frat. If you didn't have that lane, I wouldn't have spoken to you.
Exactly. You know.
So it worked. So
it worked.
Everything that it worked itself out, man. So that's what you're showing is that.
Yeah. Marquis come all the time. Yeah, you know so and so. I don't. Dab him all the time. Don't know his name. I don't. I'm sorry, but we connected, and then like I said, it's like you said, you got that sweet taste of that. Like I always tell people, like when you got passive income, just treat yourself to. I like food, like dinner. Just treat yourself to a nice steak dinner that you didn't pay for. It's the best feeling in the world. Like thank you, Miss Johnson, for airing my beer.
And honestly, it's tax deductible because it's business expense.
It's business expense. As long as you talk about business,
that's what I learned from you. It is all tax.
Yeah.
Well, not all. A lot of it is tax.
A lot of tax because most of the time you talk about business, but yeah. We definitely love to see Marquis on it. So everybody who want to know.
Hold on, last thing. The biggest lesson I would have to tell everybody to learn is that you're not gonna get it on the first time. Like I said, the first time you talked to me about that stuff, I had no idea what you're talking about. What y'all been talking about in these last 3 episodes, 3-4 episodes, I have no idea what y'all was talking about. I'm gonna get it one
You're
day.
still learning. So yeah, it's all about everybody is about progression.
That whole episode with John, I'm just like, yeah, okay, sure. I have no idea what y'all talking about.
Good.
I'll get it one day.
Agree. So that's what my thing is, that you open to that you're gonna get it one day.
But you want to learn. That's the only thing.
Agree.
You want to learn. You want to learn. Like you said, we learn every day too.
So let's put this, because this right here gonna be going for the bloopers. What's the worst thing about both of us, and what's the best thing?
That's we talked about the worst thing
We-
about you is that it's hard to find you. Once I got you. It's hard to find you.
Okay.
You sent me on a job in Lake Carolina to a place I'd never been to before. I'm calling you to figure out how to get into the house. Can't find you. Can't get to you. I'm calling Quincy. He's like, yeah, I don't know.
Oh, so I sent him to the live workplace.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then I got busy.
Can't find them. So I'm in the middle of Lake Carolina. I live on the other side of town. I think I was still living off Leesburg.
wow.
And I'm like, okay, let's figure this out.
So all right, let's get off of me.
But there are sometimes you are good at giving a kick in the butt.
Okay.
So I will always appreciate a kick in the butt. every now
And I'm random too, cause like I think I text you about the bug thing like a random email or something like, hey, cause see that's something Quincy is not gonna check that because that's just not what he does. But I'm going through, like when I'm analyzing our properties, I'm looking at yours too. So I'm like,
he do look at yours.
yeah.
Like he worry about yours more than you probably about yourself.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
See, like,
No. I mean, well, I probably not.
No,
but
no,
like,
no, but-
for him not to be no partner in it, no money coming for him, he worry about a lot.
Because my biggest thing is I know that we kind of got you into this.
Yeah.
So
We
our
need
biggest
to
thing
succeed.
is that I want you to succeed. So that's why when I hit you about the bug thing, I was like, all right, hold on. This right here, I've been seeing this reoccurring, this one thing right here, this thing.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think that's a good thing that we can, is that regardless if you got, what we're talking about is that you want to make sure you have regular maintenance. That's
Right.
another thing that you actually learn, is that I don't give a darn if I see something, I don't see something, you want regular pest control.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We ain't got to talk about it.
Yeah. That's fine.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's it.
Great guy. Dependable.
Thank you.
So I need a little more from you. I need a kick in the chest.
I got you.
Okay.
Just that's it.
Well, some will see you more often.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will see you. But I got you.
No.
Wait, no. But see, my thing is, I train people how I got trained. So what it is, I tell people it's always satisfying when you figure it out. I'm gonna lead you to the interstate, but you gotta know when to get out the exit and go straight and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I want you to learn, like you figured out. Because one thing I like about you, Marquis, one thing I do like about you, you like me. You 1, 2, 3. If you tell me steps 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I'm gonna do steps 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the only thing that you're learning, you're working on now is real estate is 1, 2, step 7, 8, come back to 3 and 4 sometimes.
Man.
And you just gotta figure that out.
Wait till January.
But one thing I say that you open up to, because when I first met you, you didn't want to touch my mortgage at all.
No, I need that.
You're like, I can't touch that house. I said,
I need that.
And then there's a funny part, because we had an episode about that.
Yeah.
Our first original episode.
I need
Yeah.
But again, I understood where you was coming from. So for me, honestly, when that honestly changed the way for me and you personally.
Yeah.
Because when that came into place, because I didn't know when I initially met you the situation. And then when I learned that, I was like, okay, I understand your perspective. And then when you tell me the time frame, because basically it's around the same time that happened to me too as well. And I was like, okay, I get where you are, why it is
Just need a little time, little distance from it.
Agree. Yeah.
Yeah,
And that's what it
exactly.
is. And that's what my biggest thing. I have a car right now that Quincy says a buy here, pay here car that I didn't want to get rid of because it was a sentimental thing, because my mom used to drive it a lot.
Right.
But I don't have that attachment as I once had it, but it was a fresh room thing, that
Yeah.
thing. But let's go back to the tough bit, is that we just want to say that we do this for everyone else. And our goal when we created this COVID was for people who want to learn and who want to get themselves out there, that they can have somebody they can rely on. Now, we ain't say we're 100% reliable, but at least you can have a resource when you
We the
do
best
talk
free
to-
advice you can get.
I would say that.
We the best free advice
Y'all,
you
ain't-
can
y'all
get.
have not
You
charged
ain't
me
a dime.
Y'all have paid me more than anything.
Yeah,
Agree,
so we the
100%.
best free advice.
Now, But 2023, we are going to be different. So I'm going to let y'all know that right now.
Different with y'all.
Yeah, with y'all. Yeah. This right here was our kids that we kind of like, all right, let's figure out how we make this work.
They
But
came to the front of the class.
Agreed.
And they got the free trial.
They got a free trial.
Y'all see
But
the
now,
trial? Free trial over.
we going to help you guys out. But 2023 is not going to be free.
For a small fee.
For a small fee. But it's going to be worth it because what you see is that we tried it, we tested it, we're tweaking it, and then when we do help you guys out, Marquis can tell us what we did wrong, so we're going to make sure that we actually do it right this time because that's why it was free, was because we was testing it. But we definitely love to see your success, and we definitely congratulate you on that. But I definitely think that this is a good episode.
It's definitely a good episode. This is the first time we got criticized in the episode. So we got off our pedestal. We got kicked back to reality.
Yeah.
So that's good. Katrina, you next.
Yeah, so Katrina is the next person that
if
it wasn't for her and Marquis working directly together, this stuff could not have happened.
Not at all.
And not happen. So that's our next thing. So this wraps up my real estate mistakes for the fall. So the next time you probably going to see us is going to be
December.
Going into December. And December, we're going to have something very special for you guys going into January. I'm going to go ahead and put this stuff out there like Quincy put all my business out there for the last goal. So December, what we're creating now is something that you guys can benefit off of it. If you want to be a Marquis, you want to be a John, you want to be a Joy, you're going to have an opportunity January 2023. This time, y'all going to be able to get us actually more on the phone. So I'm pretty excited about it, which I'm always excited about it, but I'm really, really excited about it. We're putting the work in. We're putting the backstory in because we want to see y'all succeed as much as possible, too. So that concludes my real estate mistakes. Marquis,
thank you so much for coming on, man. We appreciate you.
Thank y'all.
Thank you. And glad you all the success.
Yep.
You're getting in your short-term and long-term and just continue the success, man.
Glad I could show y'all how to hold a microphone.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so that's what his biggest thing was. His goal right here was not to show you guys that, but show us how to hold a microphone.
Yeah.
So hopefully we get a bigger budget for next year, but we'll talk about that later. All right, you guys. My real estate mistake.
Peace.